November 26, 2010. A quiet evening in Brembati di Sopra, a small town in northern Italy. 13-year-old Yara Gambirasio, a promising young gymnast, leaves her local sports centre and vanishes without a trace. What followed was a years-long investigation filled with unexpected twists, a mysterious DNA trail, and one of the most complex forensic cases in Italy's history. Yara was last seen around 6:30 p.m. She had just finished practice at her local sports hall, a place she visited almost daily. She sent a text message to a friend and was expected home soon, but she never arrived. Her family grew anxious when she didn't return. Calls went unanswered. Hours passed. Then panic set in. By 9 p.m., her parents reported her missing, triggering an immediate search. Despite widespread efforts, search teams, sniffer dogs and drones, there was no trace of Yara. It was as if she had disappeared into thin air. 3 months later, on February 26, 2011, a grim discovery was made. In a remote field in Cignolo di Sola, about 10 kilometers from her home, a body was found, badly decomposed, partially covered by snow. It was Yara. An autopsy revealed she had suffered multiple blunt force injuries, several shallow knife wounds, and was left to die in the freezing cold. Yet there were no signs of sexual assault, leaving investigators puzzled. Who would do this to a young girl? The search for her killer now became a hunt for justice. Investigators collected DNA traces from Yara's clothing, specifically from her leggings and underwear. A male DNA sample was extracted belonging to an unknown individual, labeled Unknown Male 1. This was the first major clue, but without a match in the database, the search seemed impossible. Authorities launched one of the most extensive DNA testing campaigns in history. Over 20,000 samples were collected from men in the region, yet no matches were found. Then, a breakthrough. Investigators found a partial match, leading to a man named Giuseppe Guarinoni. But there was one problem. Guarinoni had died in 1999, years before Yara's murder. How could his DNA be linked? The answer was shocking. Guarinoni had an illegitimate son, a child no one knew about. And that child was the killer. 4 years after Yara's murder, on June 16, 2014, police arrested Massimo Bossetti, a local construction worker and family man. His DNA was an exact match to Unknown Male 1. He was Guarinoni's secret son, conceived in an affair decades earlier. Bossetti denied any involvement. He claimed he had never met Yara and had no idea how his DNA ended up on her clothes. But the evidence against him was overwhelming. His alibi was weak, his phone records suspicious, and search history damning. Police found he had looked up terms related to young girls and violent crimes. In 2016, after a high-profile trial, Massimo Bossetti was sentenced to life in prison. Appeals followed, but the conviction stood. Justice was served. For Yara's family, the verdict brought closure, but not complete peace. Motive remained unclear. Why did Bossetti target Yara? Was it a crime of opportunity, or was there something more sinister? Even with a conviction, some believe there are unanswered questions. Was Bossetti truly alone in this crime? Or did justice fail to see a larger picture? Yara Gambirasio was a bright, talented girl with dreams of becoming a professional gymnast. Her story is a heartbreaking reminder of how fragile life can be. But justice prevailed thanks to groundbreaking forensic science and relentless investigations. What do you think about this case? Was the conviction justified, or is there more to the story? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see more gripping true crime stories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Until next time, stay safe.